MiHoYo is finally trying with Genshin again, and I'm so happy about it. What's good is True Kingston, and I gotta say, Genshin is back in full force. I'm not going into my full history, I'm just gonna go through a little bit, and I'm gonna speed run it. So, first two regions, up to Inazuma, actually, all three I guess. Until I was done Inazuma, I was heavy on Genshin, speed running it. Actually kind of trying to pay attention to the story. All that good stuff. And then I fell off of the game like a motherfucker. I came back to it. You know why? I came back recently. My friend told me, hey, these Natlan characters are different. I'm like, what the hell is Natlan? I forgot Fontaine was a thing because I didn't play really during it. I played for like the first 2 days of Fontaine and then I didn't play anymore. Come to find out, these Natlan characters are pretty crazy so far. Even the 4-star is this little girl with a freaking drill and she can climb up mountains with it, which I'm like, that's not too special. But then she can start slamming down, and she can hop in and out of the drill, and she can leave it there and let it attack, or hop in it and then start slamming down. I'm like, interesting. You know, this is a lot cooler than a lot of, 5-stars like Zhao Mr. Mario fucking plunge all day. But it's fuck him. Anyways, besides her, we also have 2 5-stars so far in Kanish and Morlani. I think those are the 2. I don't think there's any other Natlan characters. There's some girl I missed named Emil or something, but I don't know. She's like she's from Sumeru. But those 2 are actually, I don't know if Kanish is from Natlan or if he's from Sumeru. He looks like he's from Sumeru, but I can say that because it's Dendro and I don't know. I've been out of the loop for a long time. But Kanish has like a grappling hook and all of this. His freaking retro like 8-bit aesthetic is fucking fire and amazing. I cannot wait for that character to come out. I'm really stuck between going for him or going for Morlani. But Morlani is all about her surfing. She's like her whole combat is being mobile. Like her and Kanish are mobile during combat the whole time. Kanish can literally grapple onto an enemy, slide around them while shooting things at them, and then shoot a big blast at the end of it and all of this. You can grapple around the map. It's like the gimmick for Natlan is mobility, and I'm like, okay, I see what my friend told me. Go ahead and hop back into the game now. I'm actually enjoying it a lot more than I would arguably say ever did. Will it last? Only time will tell. But for the time being, they've definitely added a lot of stuff. Like from the time I've been gone, I see the resin cap went up. Because I'll tell you right now, I can tell personally when the game is failing, not failing. Let me not say that, that's too strong of a word. I can tell when the game's failing. I saw My Hero Ultra Rumble start. I saw when Rumbleverse started feeling because I started seeing the pattern. Games kind of have a pattern, and there's one of the 2 things they do when they're either failing or they're starting to lose players or losing too much hemorrhaged in players or money. One of 2 things happen. They either give you quality of life changes or they give you a bunch of things people have been requesting. Like if My Hero Ultra Rumble really gets to the point of dying, they're gonna start adding crossplay to the game. And even though people are like iffy on that. But this is not My Hero Ultra Rumble. This is a Genshin video. The reason I even say is they gave us the resin cap that people have been asking for, and the other thing I noticed is I asked for this. I don't know if other people did, but I thought we should have had an in-game guide for characters in terms of building them. I don't need the full details on, okay, should I get crit rate on these artifacts or not? It would be nice to have, but I don't need that. Just what's the general artifacts that are good for this character and where to get them? It's so much easier to do stuff now, like hunting flowers and all that stuff is so much easier now. I hated so much the online maps. They always were so off. You didn't know where. I'd rather just see pictures. They can show you a map and I'm like, oh, go to this spot. I'm like, oh, looking for Nahida stuff, it was a nightmare. They're like, oh, go over the lotuses, they're right here. I'm like, bruh, I don't see a damn thing. Turns out they way up above me. I could only imagine farming for those things without Nahida being able to use her skill to just grab them from damn near wherever. It would be so much more annoying to get those. But I guess Natlan characters will help with getting those if you don't have them. But I also don't know how I feel about this gimmick they've been doing, because I've noticed in Fontaine they started this gimmick where seemingly the regions now have a specific thing they do for the characters. Like, wasn't it the Fontaine characters have something special when they're underwater? I know the water in Fontaine is completely different than everywhere else. Like, you can dive in Fontaine water, And then there's a whole like thing with underwater combat. I barely played it. Like I said, I left the game because Subaru was boring as fuck, and I stand 10 toes down on that. Subaru is the worst region in Genshin so far. Not for the look of it. I got nothing against the look of it, even though most of it is desert. But I digress. I don't know what I would expect other than that. It makes sense that it's desert, and it's hard to spruce up a desert to make it look nice. So I'll let that go. But my lord, the story of it is so monotonous and boring. I'll never forget, the only cool thing I remember was the Inception part. I didn't care about the doctor or whatever his name is from the Fatui. Had no care to work. I don't know if what's her name was from there. I don't know if I don't think she had anything to do with it. But she's a baddie on the Chino. I don't know her name. The freaking Fatui member with the suit on. I got a thing for women in suits now because of her, but I ain't gonna front. But I digress. The game is in a really good spot. If you haven't been playing Genshin and you want to try, I would say now is a good time. I can't really think of any other features that are really added that are super amazing. But I do notice, I think there's a new thing for artifacts now. So they've been slowly adding quality of life stuff. But it's slowly getting better and better where you can just hop in and you'll figure it out. One thing, if I have one tip for anybody coming back to Genshin right now, this is my one tip. Be careful if you summon for an Inazuma character specifically. Everybody else is kind of whatever from what I can tell. Inazuma's at a different level of what the fuck are y'all doing. They need to, I don't know if there's a roundabout way to deal with that. If you've been playing, you know you know. If you don't know, I'll explain it. So, to level up in the Sin characters of Genshin, you need to get these flowers. They're usually from a certain part of wherever the character is from. So if you roll for Raiden Shogun, for example, or Yamiko, whoever, doesn't matter. And there's a specific flower you're gonna need for them, like Naku weeds, let's say. Or that's to use Mia since I use her. Mia is my main character. So if you want to use Mia, you have to get Naku weeds, which are only in Inazuma, or once you get the Serenity Pot, I guess you can get them. But actually, I don't think you can, but I think you need to unlock Inazuma first. Either way, you have to go to Inazuma to get them. So to get these damn flowers that you can't get, you have to progress the story until you get to Inazuma. Yet, Natlan's the newest region, and theoretically, nothing is stopping you from what I can tell just running over there. Like, you can start the game today, skip all of the story if you want to, and just run straight over to all the places. Get all the other elements for the Traveler. Then Electro Traveler is the one you're not going to get him until you get farther from the story to get to Inazuma. Which I'm cool with. Lore-wise, it makes sense why Inazuma's the way it is. But I guess I'm not going to go too far into that right now. I think Genshin is in a solid spot. Like I said, just be careful if you decide to summon for Inazuma characters if you're new to the game. But there's not really nothing else to say. Let me know what y'all think about Genshin right now. I'm going to be sticking to it for the time being. That's it for me. Like, subscribe, all of that good shit. But it's True Kingston, and I'm out.